Good evening, adventurers, and welcome to today's episode of Goodberry Cafe, the little warm cafe where everyone is welcome to come in and pull up a chair. Today we're serving up a cup of inspiration, so I hope you'll come in and stay a while. My name is Jem, and I'll be your host for another evening at the cafe. Here at Goodberry Cafe on the second Monday of the month, I invite some friends to join me in trying out new, weird, unique, and creative indie tabletop role-playing games. So this virtual cafe is meant to be a warm, safe, and inviting space where my guests and I feel comfortable learning and stumbling our way through these really ridiculous games that we find that we all try out together. So this evening, we'll be playing a game called Killer Ratings by Bannerless Games. Killer Ratings is a one-shot, zero-prep, rules-light tabletop role-playing game for 3 to 5 players and a director. The players in the cast are a crew of from a terrible paranormal investigation show on the verge of cancellation. But the good news is we've secured the rights to film the season finale in the most haunted location in America. The bad news is the place actually is really haunted, and we might be completely boned. So we're going to be loud, campy reality TV stars, and our gift for melodrama will be all we will need to wake the dead, and might be our key to survival if the haunting goes sideways, if we don't die first. So we're going to play some of the worst people on Earth as we walk into one of the worst places on Earth, and apparently most of us won't survive. But it should make for great TV. So I'm really excited to be a campy reality TV star tonight. I will have the mods link the game in the chat shortly because I have to pass on the link to them. But like usual, we're going to talk through some of the rules as we play. Just remember that we're all learning this together. And so if we make mistakes, just have patience with us. And before we jump into the action, I do want to introduce you all to the wonderful guests we have at the cafe tonight. We're going to start with our director tonight. You might know him. He might look a little familiar, but Mr. Kapow, could you please take it away? Oh,
Hello.
and can you also tell us your favorite reality TV show as you introduce yourself?
Okay. Well, first of all, I am Mr. Kapow, aka Michael Pow. You can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is usually at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao. Or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ Michael Pow Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And let's see, my favorite reality TV show. Ooh, honestly, gonna have to go with one of those paranormal ghost ones. Ooh, actually, recent one. I'm gonna go with a recent one. Moonshiners on I think it's AMC or something, A&E or something, where they make moonshine. Fun one.
That's interesting, actually.
I've never heard of that before. Next, let's go to Killian.
Hi, I'm Killian. You can find me all over the internet at Darth Cerelish, and over on my channel, Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions. And my favorite reality show is Ghost Adventures, because Zach really is an over-the-top personality on this kind of show.
Love it. And then Poisal, go. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cayce Poisal. You can find me on the internet. Instagram is at cayce.poisal, Cayce, Cayce, Poisal. You can see it on the screen. Pronouns are they, them. I'm excited to be here. And my favorite reality TV show, I don't watch a ton of reality TV, but my favorite that always it comes to mind is a show called The Colony that was on Discovery Channel. It was about a bunch of people brought together in a simulation of surviving after an apocalypse. And so it was like a very hardcore survivalist reality TV show with like reconstructing rebuilding engines and figuring out how to filter water and all sorts of things. So
It's awesome.
yeah,
I want to watch that. That sounds awesome.
it's really good. I highly recommend it. There were only 2 seasons, and it was back in like
Aw,
or the late aughts, but it was good.
rad. And I am your host, Jem. You can find me most everywhere as at Jemboree or on this channel playing Whisper and Mira, Whisper in Forging Fates, Mira in Spell Shots, and on Instagram, Jemaginative. I'm still salty about that. And my favorite reality show is The Circle. It kind of breaks how cool all of your shows are. Mine's
Yeah.
like a campy Netflix reality show, but I really like The Circle because I think it's very psychological and just yeah, I like the concept behind it. I want to be on it. If any Circle casting people see, I submitted my app, so
Oh.
all right. With that, I think we're ready to get started with the game. How are we feeling? Cool.
Excited.
All right. I see Jersey Shore is the best reality show in the chat. I mean, that's a close one. I did love, like, very guilty pleasure love Jersey Shore. Pow, as our director this evening, will you guide us through how we start this game?
Well, certainly. Well, as Jem said before, in Killer Ratings, the players play as a talent and the crew of a third string reality TV show that's kind of on their last season. So they want to go out big because you know, it's Hollywood. Everybody wants to be a celebrity, right? But
Yeah.
let's see. So in short, our players will be playing kind of arch archetypes of some of the worst people on TV, usually, if
Or
you
the
want,
best people.
or
Yeah.
best. Yeah, exactly. And they will do whatever it is to survive, and most of all, make it memorable because it's all about ratings, ratings, ratings. Hmm. Oh, and by the way, makes this last episode, the finale episode, special is the fact that this place we're going to is actually haunted by real paranormal spooky things. Mm.
I mean, every place we've been to this season has actually been haunted. We just
Yeah.
like or we've had some equipment like malfunctions. It's just been but actually haunted. We swear.
Yes, yes. So we'll walk through the character creation here with everybody right now. There are, let's see, 6 roles, 6 career roles for our players to take on. I'm going to say the first one is the director, which I'm going to be playing, aka Game Master, the GM. There's also the face. There's the camera person, the charlatan, face's buddy, and the academic. Real quick, the face is pretty much, the host of the show. The camera person, well, the person behind the camera. The charlatan, just say,
The
he might
eccentric.
have eccentric, exactly, eccentric. Face's buddy, well, their buddy. And the academic is usually the person who knows about the history of the location they're at. So, there's choose your career.
Also, we're not totally limited to these archetypes. They just make it easier to quick
Mhm.
start. But the game advice does say that you do need a face and a camera.
Yes.
But the rest, if the rest is up to y'all.
I mean, if you want to play the face and also be kind of a charlatan, you could be the face and
Yeah.
a charlatan. But I'm gonna say that you're mainly in game. Usually, your main thing is the face of the show, host.
So I'm gonna bite that bullet there and say that I'm gonna be the face of this
All
here
right.
show for us.
Mhm.
And I did have an idea that has slight tinge of just like a little bit of academic flair, but it's not going to be a lot.
Love
Okie
it.
dokie. Anyone else?
I will take the camera person. I've got an idea for my character. I'm going with it.
Alrighty.
And I will be
Killian.
Skeleton. I will be Dr. Stitch, the mad scientist.
Ooh. Alrighty. All right. Well, we got our careers and names picked out. Um, next
Oh,
up
did
is
we have we named ourselves?
um.
I heard
Well, on screen we have, but
on screen we have. We haven't announced our names yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
did.
I think Jem did too. So
I didn't
go
yet,
Yeah.
but we can go for it.
for it.
Yeah. So as the face, I'm gonna be uh Victor Verde. I'm Benoit Blanc if you ordered him from Witch.
Love it so much. uh, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
be Bunny. I'm gonna be Bunny, the camera girl, and yeah,
All right.
you'll learn more about her.
And Killian,
I feel
you
like a
are
bunny would be a very interesting camera person. You a little hoppy. I guess it helps with the jump scares.
Killian.
yes.
You are
Dr. Stitch.
Mr.
Mad
Stitch.
scientist.
All right.
I'm the one
Next.
who has all of the components that make the beeps and the sounds.
Okie dokie. All right. Now we are going to do our stats, which is actually really simple because in this game there's only two stats. There is survive and provoke. Um, provoke is basically kind of interacting with the environment and also kind of, poking the bear, so to say. Well, poking the supernatural bear
Or your coworkers.
for your coworkers. And then survive is that stat doesn't really come into play until the last and final act, which is survival. Right. So everybody has 5 points to distribute uh, with provoke and survive, and the mechanic with provoke and survive is you are going to roll a 6 dice, and you're going to want to try to get a low number of your stat success.
And I need
Go
to
over, you
do
fail.
mine the other ones.
Hmm.
Hmm. Also, remember your stats could also go down the third act. So
Oh no.
yeah, once and your stats go to 0, you are 4.
You're canceled.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard. Okay.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna put 3 points into provoke and just 2 points into survive. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna survive this. I don't need a lot of survival. But I gotta be provoking. It's my job as the face to keep this entertaining.
I'm
I'm gonna
putting
put
4 in provoke. Oh, sorry.
nice. Go for it. No.
4 in provoke and 1 in survival because Stitch don't care.
Living dangerously. Love it.
um, as Bunny, I'm gonna put 2 in provoke because she's more used to being behind the camera, and not like causing a ruckus. But 3 in survival because she's got goals. She's gonna make the best documentary ever.
All right. So that's it. That's it for character creation. Pretty easy, right? Pretty simple. All right. Now we are going to pick our haunt. Now, usually, we're going to roll a d10 to determine where the haunt is, but I'm going to hack this game a little bit because, you know, I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time, Hack the World. So,
Hack the planet.
exactly. Hack the planet. Hack the planet. Anyway, we are going to combine this game with one of my favorite board games, Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Da, da, da.
So we are going to be in a mansion, a haunted mansion, and we are actually going to create our map using the tiles of the game.
Nice.
It's all going to be randomized too. But we will roll 1d10 to determine what has happened at this haunt. And for that, though, once again, a little bit of a hack where actually I want everybody to roll a d10.
If I can find my d10s. There we go.
Ooh, I got a 2.
All right,
I
I'm
got
going to go.
I got
Hold-
a
actually,
3.
Ready? Actually, hold up fingers. Let me know. 3, 5, and 2. Yeah. All right, so players, let you decide from what you've rolled. Everybody gets a vote. Everybody gets to decide which sounds more tantalizing for this haunt. Is it 2, which is this the house where a massacre has happened? Or maybe a murder-suicide? Or mysterious disappearances?
I'm a detective at heart, so I love a good disappearance. Look, I love a good
I
mystery.
was leaning towards the mysterious.
Same. I'm down
All
for that.
right. All right, let me just write this down real quick, or type this down really quick.
And before we start into the actual game, we should have a like montage introductions of our characters.
Still have one more thing to do. One more thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Which is gotta have a good name for the show, right?
Yes.
So same thing. Everybody, roll a d20.
Yeah.
Just hold up your fingers. Let me know.
11.
What if I don't have that many fingers?
Yeah. How dare you
Uh,
not have 20 fingers?
I actually don't have 20 fingers, but I did roll
Oh,
a
okay.
20.
I rolled a nat 1. We're on both sides of the spectrum here. And then
Alright,
11, which is almost right in the middle.
all right. Well, everybody roll. Everybody could either have the first part of your name, the prefix of the show's name, could be either ghost, shade, or monster.
I thought on a 20, it's celebrity.
You're right. Celebrity. You're
Tack
right.
celebrity on. But I do have to roll again because I rolled a 20.
Yeah, let's see it.
Was- Oh. That was a 9 then instead. So it's celebrity something.
Okay, so celebrity fiend.
I like that.
So
And
you want to
then-
be celebrity fiend, ghost, or shade for the first half of
Let's-
your show name.
Can we see what we got in the second half and pick the best combo?
Sure. Roll again then.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Mad Lib style, but sure.
15.
19.
15 and Gem was 5.
5, yeah. Wow.
All right, so that would be the second half of your name is 15 science. 19 is wranglers, and 5 is spies.
I like
So-
celebrity fiend wranglers.
So do I. I was gonna say that one. But
Yeah, let's go for it.
are we the celebrities or are the fiends dead celebrity.
We're the celebrities that wrangle fiends.
Or
mean,
we only go to
everyone does.
haunts that deal with like lost and dead celebrities.
Right.
Like this
Our
is like
viewer.
this is
What is it
very
actually?
this is like the I'm imagining the haunted like ghost tour of like old Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunted Housewives of LA.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. So we are. Let's see here.
That's a mouthful.
Celebrity fiend wranglers, and we are investigating mysterious disappearances of. Let's see here. Decide. Give me the last celebrity.
They dead.
Give me like
For
That's a
our
celebrity?
mysterious disappearance.
give me a celebrity.
uh
They have to be
Daniel
alive?
Craig.
There you go.
my mind actually
All right,
blanked
I'm on
on
a Ben Waffle.
celebrities for a minute.
All right. These the representatives of Daniel Craig do not sue us, but the celebrity fiend wranglers, we are investigating the mansion of Daniel Craig's second cousin, twice removes, aunts, brothers, roommates.
Love it. 6 degrees of separation.
Exactly, exactly. Anyway, stages of play. Our first act will begin. We'll be guiding our players here from room to room, and they will decide what the room is. Like either it's a ballroom, a library, or etc. But we will decide that with randomized cards from board game. Oh. Everybody?
Can we have an intro sequence of our characters?
Sure. All right.
All right, Dr. Stitch,
It's
you or I.
It's a sun is about to go down. In Hollywood. You are up in the Hollywood Hills. You are actually driving. You are actually dropped off in your van. Your celebrity fiend wranglers van. With your director, truly, Mr. Sue, full name Sosumi.
Mhm.
Uh, all right. So, as you all know, this is going to be our season finale show of Celebrity Fiend Wranglers. We're here at the house of Daniel Craig's, I think, second cousin, twice removes, uncles, aunts, roommate, or something. Uh, Apparently, it's a pretty haunted house, and there's been mysterious disappearances throughout the creation of this house. So yeah, you get the ratings if you want to come back for a second season, guys.
All right, we can work with this, everyone. We can work with this. Also, I want to interject with the van in my mind. The van that we pull up in is both a van, but it also has like the top of it cut off because it doubles as like a tour van when we're not using it to like show up for filming.
Yes.
Sure.
We're gonna make this the best episode ever, right, guys?
Yeah, Dr. Stitch says as he trips out of the van.
Oh, but Bunny. Remember what I said last time? Like, keep the bouncing to a minimum. Like, too much camera shake. It's giving our viewers, motion sickness.
I think it's kind of aesthetically pleasing, but okay, I'll try.
Alright. And Dr. Stitch, just make sure nothing explodes this time, please. This equipment is expensive.
You kind of see a grenade slide back into the pocket. I promise, boss.
Yeah, you singed one of my good suits last time. I
Paid for the dry cleaning?
You did. That's fair. But I like this one. So let's try to keep it a little bit more contained.
Why not,
So
Victor?
opposite side of the house. Got it.
Victor, come here.
Yeah.
All right. We came here the other day. We already set up, the usual gags. The the motion thing, the little blinking lights. It's on the second story of the house, so just you know what to do. You know what to do.
Yeah. We'll do a slow tour. We'll get up there. We'll build the suspense. Yeah. And for the purposes of our legal department, when I announce the show, I can say Daniel Craig's relative. We gotta leave it a little ambiguous. We get in trouble for that?
I think we're good with that. I think legal cleared it. Legal cleared it.
All right.
And just remember, we got to make this episode especially good because seriously, the network's on my ass.
I believe you me. I know my agent. He said there's something new coming down the pipeline, but I gotta make sure that everybody's talking about me. So
I can't go back to working at Wendy's, okay? I just can't.
I just recently got the smell of French fries out of my hair, and I do not want to go back.
All right. So, all right, team. As usual, I'll be here in the van. I'll be running the cameras and everything. Good show, guys. Good show. Make it a good one, because I'm gonna need all.
Okay, boss.
Oh, team.
Yeah.
We got this.
All right. So, Mr. Sue goes back into the van, and you guys are at this the entrance of this fabulous two-story mansion. From the info packet that you've already gotten, this house has a story, second story, and also a basement. But thing is, we're told not to go into the basement.
Go into basement. Got it, boss.
All right.
So, I think our opening sequence for our show, it's this cut of like high angles of shadows of the Hollywood Hills, and then there's an image of Victor, there's the image of Dr. Stitch, and then it's kind of got like this like homage to like the detective and the doctor. It's very like Holmes and Watson. It's Victor and Stitch, and we are, and then it cuts to the title, and then we lean in and hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Celebrity Friend Wranglers. As always, I'm your favorite host, Victor Verde, and here with me
Dr.
as
Stitch.
always, yes, my good doctor friend, Dr. Stitch. So we're here at the most haunted house we have ever seen here in the hills of beautiful Hollywood, California. And we can't say who exactly this house belonged to, but it did belong to a relative of my personal friend and favorite actor, Daniel Craig.
Hey, Mr.
So
Craig.
before we get into the house itself, I hear that Dr. Stitch maybe knows a little bit of the history. Can you give us the lowdown, Stitchy?
So, this house, there's been some mysterious disappearances. And I think they said it's something about 7 or 8, but they couldn't confirm the exact number of disappearances in the last 10 years. they just poof, vanish, never heard from again. So we're here to see if they never left.
Spooky.
I feel my hairs are raising. Let's get it started. And let's head on inside and see what kind of fiends we might wrangle tonight.
All right. We'll enter a entrance hall of a looks like a really nice mansion, but hasn't been kind of kept. You know, it hasn't been kept up. The wooden walls are kind of in crumbling. Uh, Wallpapers peeling. In fact, it kind of looks like this right here. This is the entrance here. There's a door on either side here, or on either side here, and then a grand staircase right up here to the second story of the house.
Oh.
Put that down here. So, I will give Victor. Victor, let me know, where do you want to take the team to first?
Well, on an out of character level, are we asking? Do we need to? Are we setting this as like a room that we need to define the vibe and feeling for, or am
Uh,
I picking which direction we're going from here?
uh, Decide which do you want to go on the left to right, first, second door, or upstairs.
Let's start with the. I remember what Sue said. Uh, two lefts always make a right. So we're gonna take the second door on the left.
Right, left. So I'm guessing this one, right?
Yes, the bottom second door. We'll go there first.
It's
Or is it
actually
two wrongs
actually
make a
it's
right?
actually to the entrance. This is the stairs. So this would
Yeah,
be
yeah, that one. Yeah.
all right. So first one is library.
Oh, my favorite.
Next, that right here. All right. So, Victor, describe the library to us.
Feel like the library's got very kind of quiet, heavy atmosphere. There's some cobwebs in the corners. Smells a little bit like a lingering cigar smoke in the air. And it just feels kind of stifling and a little musty.
All right. Let's see here. Dr. Stitch. Give us let's see here. Give me a second. Actually here. Crew rolls provoke. Okay, everybody roll provoke.
Oh, I actually got a 5 out of 4.
Give me a thumbs up if you succeeded on your roll. Thumbs down if you didn't succeed.
So succeeded means we roll.
You have to roll the
Under-
number or below.
Yeah.
Or-
So
Oh, never mind. I rolled above.
yeah.
I rolled a 2 under, which is under my 3. So
All right. Well, we got one success and 2 fails, which means this room is really nothing really particularly interesting really happened in this room. Oh, not just you're not just this room's just not giving off a good vibe. But it does have a door to the from where you're standing, the left of you. So Dr. Stitch, would you lead the group next? Do you want to go to the next room, or do you want to go back into the hallway and try either going upstairs or one of the other doors.
I'm looking around here, boss, and I don't know. I don't think we're gonna find much of what we're looking for in this room. I think we should go back out and go across the hall.
Well, maybe we remember where this room is. This is a great place to film confessionals later. We'll come back in
That's
here. It's
good.
a good spot. Film when we got just talk quietly amongst ourselves.
Got
All right, really quick, I'm gonna put a pause here. I'm adding a little homebrew rule here. Our group, each of our players has 3 confessional points. Confessional points are just a little role play element at any point during Act 1 or 2. They could pause on the scene for a moment and go into confessional and kind of break the fourth wall and talk directly to our audience about their thoughts, about their, what's going on through their head right now. Maybe they have some grievances to air out from their coworkers. So, yeah. But anyway, action.
Hey, Bunny,
Hmm?
you should get
Yeah.
a shot of this fireplace. This fireplace looks kind of spooky. And Dr. Stitch kind of does a little bit of sleight of hand and throws a match into the fireplace that then lights up with green flame.
Ooh.
Did you get that, Bunny? We got some flames in here. Some fires of hell. We got some very fiendish fire coming in. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. We got some proof, everybody. I hope you saw that out, everybody out there, in all of our faithful fiend followers. And we're gonna move on to the next room, see if we can find some more sightings here in this mansion, and maybe we'll figure out some of the deep secrets of the Craig family as well.
Mr. Stitch, where do you want to lead the group?
We're gonna go across the hall to the second door on the right, the other side.
On the right. So, here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. I've entered. Collapsed room.
Ta-ta-ta!
All right. What you see before you is an empty room, but where the floor is, at least the center part of it, has entirely collapsed in on itself. Everybody, roll a provoke.
I'm looking down in here, boss. I'm trying to see if there's anything cool.
All right, leads to the basement. The basement we're not supposed to go into unless we should.
All right, we got 2 successes and 1 fail, which means nothing happens in this room. Actually, I'm going to also be using some of the event cards from Betrayal to determine
Just comboing.
what kind of event happens.
Spooky.
Boom. Suddenly, some plaster falls from the walls and ceilings.
What? I was looking down, boss, but I'm pretty sure something happened above me. As I'm
Our
picking plaster.
presence here has provoked the spirits of the house, and they are shaken with their displeasure. Did you see that? Did you catch that, Bunny? You see?
Yeah. The camera's safe.
Good job. Good job. I'm gonna turn and whisper into my mic to the director and be like, "That wasn't an earthquake, was it?"
No, everything's fine over here. It's just an old house. It happens. It happens sometimes. Remember when we went to Puerto Rico?
You sure that
that prison? Yeah.
you sure it's safe? You sure
It's safe-ish. Safe-ish. I mean, legal cleared it.
all right. Well, It looks like I'll turn back to the camera. It looks like we definitely have something going on here in this house. They are welcoming us, or they're trying to shake us up a little bit, scare us away. But we will not be deterred. We are here to wrangle some fiends. So,
In
but
the
this
background, you see Dr. Stitch holding up a old radio, trying to tune it and trying to hear the ghosts.
I zoom in on the radio.
You just see like just a bunch of static and stuff.
Hey Stitch, did we bring a ladder with us? This hole is awfully tempting, and you know I like myself a good hole. So
Yeah, give me a second. He pulls the backpack onto his front and pulls out a rope ladder with grappling hooks.
All
Right.
all right. You know what? Next up, we'll let Bunny. Actually, I'll let you decide. This is where you go. This room has. So where you are at, you're at.
Mhm.
Go up, down, or across. Or I'll let you decide if you want to go into the basement, where you're not supposed to be going, or back into the hallway, one of the other doors, or upstairs.
Victor and Doctor, since it's the season finale and our contracts are going to be up anyways, don't you think it'd make for really good TV if we did go in the basement?
I mean, I'm always a fan of doing the things I'm not supposed to be doing.
Dr. Stitch already has the rope ladder like hooked up and is crawling down.
It can't hurt, right? Like, I'll still get hired on another show, right?
Buddy, you're very pretty. You will get hired anywhere.
But I'm
Yeah,
behind
we
the camera.
remember we gotta go big, or we're going home.
Yeah.
We don't want to get canceled. Let's. You know what? Legal will cover us after the fact. I'm sure of it. We got this. We can do this. And all the best mysteries are always underground.
All right,
Bunny
let's
is
do it.
totally meant to be in front of the camera. Dr. Stitch is
Let's do it. Let's do it. Going down.
All right, everybody. Looks like we're going to be exploring the basement. So, Victor, you and the crew has climbed down into the basement. Describe the basement to us.
Well, this basement is very damp. It's there's been some rains in Los Angeles recently. There's some pooled kind of stagnant water here from the from whatever the clouds. There's a bunch of rubble on the ground, and maybe some skittering of some feet of some small vermin or a feral cat. And feel like maybe there's a little bit of like echoey creaking in the distance, but we can't tell exactly which direction it's coming from because the acoustics down here, while they're great for my voice, are not very good for like knowing which way we should be going.
Never been in a basement before. Is this what basements are like?
I mean, this isn't like any other
crazy
any
ones.
basement I've been in before. Usually they have like some nice candle lighting and usually a little bit more leather, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, fuck! Something crawled over my foot, boss! I think
Alright.
there's rats.
Everybody, if you can, give me a provoke roll.
So if we equal it, what is the rule?
Equal is good.
Equals success.
You want to hit it or below.
2 success and 1 fail. Ooh.
We all keep
These are getting
rolling the.
interesting.
It's Gemini opposite of Poisal.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what kind of event happens.
Oh man. Is it dark?
Yes. Suddenly, phone rings in the room, and you feel compelled to answer it.
Who left their cell phone on? What, damn it,
That
people!
sounds
We're
like
supposed
an
to
old
turn those-
rotary phone, boss. That's not a cell phone.
Is this a phone? Hello?
So it looks like an old rotary phone, and on the other end, all you hear is just nothing except suddenly some heavy breathing. Then click.
I think we don't have good service down here. All I heard was like maybe breathing. I don't know. Maybe they butt dialed me.
Someone butt dialed the mansion. Well, maybe the disappearances. These long lost folks here in this mansion. They're trying to reach out to us. They're trying to get through to us. Next time one of the phone rings, let me answer. Maybe they're just scared of you and your beauty, Bunny. They didn't know how to speak.
All right. The camera.
Also, Doctor Stitch, can you get a wiretap on that phone for next time if it rings? We want to make sure we capture it.
Dr. Stitch pulls out what could be a listening device, but looks like a cockroach, and just like attaches it to the phone.
When you attach the plug to the phone, you notice something kind of interesting. Phone, it isn't plugged into anything.
Bunny, I don't want you to be alarmed. This phone isn't connected to anything. And he holds up the wire that's frayed, like it could have never been plugged in. It's like
neither
destroyed.
is my cell phone.
Buddy, sweetheart,
Ugh.
I'm like in my 60s, and back in the day, all of them had to be connected. We didn't have these newfangled cell phones. Like, you always had a cord. And, like, it would get wrapped around you as you tried to walk around and pace while you talk to people. Because, my ADHD makes it so that I gotta walk around while I'm talking. And he's pacing back and forth as he says that.
All right. Well, Dr. Stitch, you're up next. You could either go back upstairs to one of the entrances of that collapsed room, or upstairs, or you're right here. You're right here in the center. Do you want to go up, down, left, or right?
I think we're gonna stay down in the basement and go up.
All righty. Drawing basement card. It is stairs, actually leading upstairs.
Well, I guess we didn't need the ladder. Scurries back to grab it just in case and folds it back on his back.
So, Dr. Stitch, describe this the stairs leading upstairs.
So we're walking up, and these are kind of saggy stairs. And be careful, Bunny. You don't want to step in the middle of this one. It looks real rotted, and we don't want you to fall through. So kind of step to the side, and there's this peeling wallpaper, and there's like holes behind it, so we can kind of see other directions. But oh no, it's real creepy, and there's actually lit.
Everybody, give me a provoke roll.
Ah!
Oh, all successes, all
I
all around.
know.
Let's see what event happens. Ooh, spooky. Everything, moment, goes completely silent. Moment, even the sound of your breathing is gone.
Hey, boss! I can't hear nothing!
you all hear over your earpieces, um, director Mr. Sue. But it's sounding fine on this end. What are you talking about?
That that was spooky. This corridor seems to have
I
some
can't,
issues
boss.
with service.
You guys could you guys hear each other now, but just for that one
Oh.
moment, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That was. Could you guys hear anything? I couldn't hear nothing except
Oh,
director in my
did you-
ear.
I mean, I felt like the pressure changed. Like my ears popped. I lost all the sound. And I maybe these stairs is just the right elevation, and we changed the elevation, come back up these stairs. Or maybe the fiends are trying to get through to us, and they're telling us this is the wrong direction to go. We gotta stay in the basement.
All right. Well, here, Honey, you're leading our next next round. You want to go through go through the door, back upstairs, back in the basement, left, right, down, or what? This is yours.
Uh, I'm nervous about the camera getting wet down here. It's still a little damp, and the contract I signed said I'm liable for damages, and I don't have that kind of money. So what? Maybe we should go upstairs and continue going up the stairs.
All right. You're going upstairs.
Mhm.
All right. So it's a surprise to me too. Oh, okay. Go up the stairs. Each step creak. The sound of each step creaks. You enter creaky hallway. Left, right, up, down. No, up is down would be going back downstairs.
Mhm.
And describe this creaky hallway for me.
So the hallway is creaky, but lining the walls amidst the like kind of torn wallpaper, there's photo frames, and in the photos there's it looks like families, but what's unsettling is that all of the faces are scratched out, all the faces in the photos. So it's just like a gallery of family photos and happy looking moments, but no faces.
Right.
I zoom in on one of the photo frames and I'm trying to get it, but there's like a glare from the camera light. So all I'm actually getting is just like the reflection of the camera and not the actual picture, but I don't realize that. I'm trying to make like a really aesthetic shot.
Victor, Dr. Stitch, you want to add anything to the scene?
This is very disturbing. Family photos here. We're in an actual gallery of fiends. And I'm getting goosebumps. Aren't you getting goosebumps, Dr. Stitch?
Dr. Stitch is at the other end of the hall with something that looks like a small parabolic mic and is like lifting it to each photo frame to see if he can catch any talking from the photo.
All right, let's see if we can conjure the voices of our disappeared Craigs out there. Spirits of the mansion, we are here in your family hallway with all your photos. If you're there, please speak to us. Let us know that you're present. We want to talk. We want to hear your stories.
All right, everybody, roll me. Provoke. Ooh, 2 successes and 1 fail. See what happens next. Something does happen. Oh, hmm. I would hate this one to happen anywhere, honestly. Smell in this room, it's horrible. It smells like death, blood, slaughterhouse like smell.
Oh, I know we don't have uh uh the capabilities to project this out to everyone out there, all of our faithful fiend followers out there watching us, but a horrible smell just came up when we called out to the spirits of this house. It smells like a butcher shop in here, and uh Dr. Stitch, you can cooperate, can't you?
It smells like rotted meat and just a hint of sulfur. I think that means they're here. And you see him with a little spoon scraping at the wall, trying to see if that's where the stench is coming from.
Me?
I'm gonna turn the camera. It's like, like when your roommate leaves their leftovers in your fridge for like 2 months and doesn't clean it out. That's kind of what it smells like. It's really bad.
Well,
Right.
we got a trail to follow now, folks. We as they say, gotta follow our nose. Let's see where it takes us.
All right. Also, I want to let our players know, just remind you all, you still have confessional points. FYI.
How do we use those?
Just pause the scene and say, I want to use my confessional point.
Okay, cool.
I am going to use one of my confessional points now.
Alrighty.
So come back to the library. I'm sitting in one of the dusty chairs. Like somehow there's just like a snifter of brandy next to me that it just is there for the confessional, just with a snifter of brandy, and I'm like, we got to that hallway. I mean, the smell was horrendous. I One part of me thinks that yes, maybe the missing creeps are trying to reach out to us. The other part of me is thinking, man, Dr. Stitch really has to like change his diet, because it's not the first time I smelled something like that. I tell you what, it's just oh, that Dr. Stitch, somebody really gotta look at you gotta see a doctor, a actual doctor. That's what I'm telling you. Oof. Yeah, that's my confessional moment.
All right. I think this is a good moment to take our first commercial break. So, see, so Celebrity Fiend Finders back after this break. And we're actually not going to go off on an actual break just yet because there's actually a mechanic in this game called commercial breaks where we kind of first of all check back in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Everybody okay? Everybody good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Everybody enjoying yourself,
Uh,
having a good time?
So, I'm gonna say the way that the game describes it is, yeah, check in and see how the story is developing both in character and out of character. Talk as players about the themes and trends emerging and what seems to be working. You should also discuss what the characters think is going on, which may be completely different from each other, and figure out how you can heighten the personal drama and the provokes in Act 2.
And we get more ratings. Get that rating
Yes.
up.
so uh I feel like the as our theories we're slowly just trying to follow the signs, and we're going completely off of script from whatever Director Sue had planned for us and has already set up in this house. And I feel on a in character level, I think that Victor is a little bit lost and doesn't know how to get back to wherever the director wanted us to be. But whatever we're doing seems to be working, so we're just gonna go for it.
Right.
Dr.
Killian.
Stitch totally believes that this place is haunted as hell, and like the phone and everything. Normally, that's a prank Dr. Stitch would pull after, like just unplug the phone line and then show Buddy that it was unplugged. But this one was frayed. This was no Dr. Stitch prank. So Dr. Stitch is like trying to think of what he's got in his bag that might actually detect ghosts, because I think they're really here.
Is Dr. Stitch a true believer?
Oh, Dr. Stitch absolutely is. He plays pranks to get like reactions, like the green flame, and will mess with Bunny because he's a little bit of a dirty old man, and he has a thing for Bunny.
Victor is not a true believer. Victor is just here to get noticed and to get onto a bigger show, and so he just wants to draw play up and get as much screen time as he can, so that hopefully he can cut together a good reel after this.
How about you?
Bunny grew up in the age of YouTube pranks, so she thinks that this is just all part of the gag. She doesn't think any of it's real. She didn't understand the phone. She just thought it was like a cell phone. And she's just here playing along, trying to get the best shots. She really wants to be she really wants to make her dream documentary, but she's not great at the camera angles and being behind the camera. She thinks she is. She thinks she's getting all of these like cool shots and dramatic lighting, but really it's all a little out of focus and oversaturated. Yeah, she's trying her best. But she just thinks so far that this is all part of the game. She's just trying to pay her way through a resume and another thing on her resume and pay her way through art school.
All right, that sounds fantastic, and I think now it's a good time to take our first quick break. So so our cast could go, to the restroom or get some more water or get a snack or something. So, Jem, you want to take us out?
Yes, we're gonna go on a short break if God is there. Okay, so yes, we're gonna go on a short break. So we'll be back in, what do you want to say, like 5 minutes? All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes. So don't stay tuned, or do stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial.
Hello, welcome back to Goodberry Cafe. Today we are playing Killer Ratings, which where we're playing really terrible celebrity ghost hunting reality TV show and seeing if we survive, because this mansion that we're investigating seems to maybe actually be haunted. So today we have our director, Mr. Powell. Please take it away and introduce what we're doing after this commercial break that we just did.
All right. Well, as Jim said, I am Mr. Kapow. Are we doing introducing everybody once again, or are we just jumping straight in?
Jumping in, but also thank you for the raid. At the real Amy, the real Amy. Sorry if I'm butchering your username, but thank you for joining us.
All right. Well, we like Jem said, we are playing Killer Ratings, which is basically they're role playing a third-rate paranormal documentary show. Who's on their last season, last episode of the season, and we need to get those ratings up because I want to get canceled. And I'm implementing a few house rules and a hack. The hack is the mansion map that we're building. We're using my favorite board games, Trail on House on the Hill. If you actually join the New Age Geeks Discord, I'll put a picture of the completed map once we're done. I think that'll be kind of fun. We are also using some of the event cards, the board game, determine kind of strange and spooky things are happening when they happen. And also another thing is to remind our players. I'm putting in the house rule I call confessional points, where in these reality TV shows, people go into a confessional, start talking mad shit about castmates or complaining or wants or want to talk to the audience. So yeah, and whenever you want to use the confessional points, just
Why don't we roll
Rocky?
in on a Dr. Stitch confessional?
Yes.
All right.
We cut
do
to the
that. We
library,
will,
and Dr.
yeah.
Stitch pulls down his glasses. Man, Victor just grinds my gears. All the time, I'm actually finding stuff. You don't believe me. This shit is real, y'all. Phone? It was really frayed. And holds up the actual cord that's frayed. But I gotta stay good. I gotta stay calm. I gotta protect Bunny. She's my bunny. Anyway. I think this place is really haunted, y'all, and if we die, good run. At least I got a pretty view.
All right. Okay, now. Right now, the players are in the creaky hallway. You either go up, right. Victor, the group.
All right. So back from a commercial break, we just came in. Let's go to the left last time. Let's go to the right. Let's go to the right. Maybe I'm misremembering the directions that Mr. Sue gave us, and it was 2 rights, then a left. But
All righty. Let's see what I hear. Oh, this is an interesting one. I'll enter. Con- I don't know why I'm not able to pronounce this word.
conservatory.
Exactly that.
Maybe the
So-
plants will talk to us and tell us things.
Victor, describe the room to us.
So we just came up from down in the basement and we kind of wrapped around a little bit. I didn't even know this place had a conservatory, but it's a big room with glass windows all on one side overlooking the Hollywood Hills, some trees in the distance, very, very spooky. You can see the moon through the glass, and the glass is kind of cracked and has vines growing on it. And the trees here are very 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 bare, very skeletal, and there's a lot of undergrowth around them, but for some reason growing through this underbrush is a bunch of like purple and white flowers that are growing like very vibrantly in this like decay and dead trees that the soil doesn't seem like they should be good to support these flowers here. I don't know who's been watering them, but it's this very ethereal and kind of unnerving conservatory that we walk into with old rusted like wrought iron chairs and tables and the remains of like an old like a discarded like tea set.
Buddy, stay back from those flowers. I'm 90% sure that's deadly nightshade.
Well, my fiendish followers, welcome back. We have found our way to this beautiful, beautiful sight. I can just imagine our relatives of Daniel Craig sitting here enjoying a nice cup of Southern sweet tea on a hot Hollywood night and talking about their lives, their tragically short and mysteriously ended lives.
All right.
So, Stitch, you want to come join me over here on these seats? Let's try to reenact what it might have been like and see if the spirits of the house want to join us here at this seat and join us in conversation.
Stitch
Really
does
quick.
take a seat, but like throws discreetly some fireworks underneath the chair that Victor's gonna sit in.
All right. Before you set off those fireworks, everybody, give me a provoke roll. Oh, 2 fails and 1 success. All right. Oh, suddenly, fireworks that Dr. Stitch set up under Victor's chair. Wah, brah, brah, brah.
Oh my gosh! They're attacking us! Run! Dr. Stitch like runs to like kind of push Bunny out of here because he knows those flowers are deadly, but Victor wouldn't leave.
All right, Dr.
I-
Stitch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Uh, Victor looks down at the ground and the remnants of the fireworks and just under his breath, ditch.
All right, Bunny.
I'm gonna cut to a confessional first.
Okay.
Back in the library, Victor just staring at the camera. Ditch. This is how he ruins more than half of my suits during the season with these stupid firework pranks. You know what? This is the finale. I'm gonna figure out a way to get back at that dirty old man. Just you wait. Just you wait.
All right, Bunny. What do you do?
I was caught off guard by the explosions because I was trying to like focus the camera on them, but it's slowly like leaning back towards the window because I was trying to see if you could see the Hollywood sign from here. So it was like sort of got half of I missed like the explosion, so it just got like half of Victor in the scene. But then that happens, I'm like, ah! And I'm gonna run to whatever doors to my nearest right.
Right. What? That would be back into
Oh, would it be back where we came? Because then I
back
wouldn't go
into a
that way.
creaky hallway. Dr.
No.
Stitch. Lead our investigators into the next room. You either go right now, up, right, back downstairs, or even to the basement.
We'll continue the way that leads away from the basement because now that Dr. Stitch remembers that Bunny is liable for the camera, doesn't want that to get ruined.
So, where are we going?
The opposite, the straight down the hallway
Opposite the
from
stairs.
the basement. Yeah.
Let's see here.
So up would be opposite the stairs.
This is. I've entered the master bedroom.
It seems like a really weird place for the master bedroom, but okay.
Dr. Stitch, describe the master bedroom for us.
We walk in and there's a massive four-poster bed with velvet drapes that are kind of tattered and torn and got some cobwebs mixed in with them, and the dusty duvet cover over the bed, and there's giant pieces of art on the wall. One is a seascape, another is of a yacht. I'm pretty sure that's Daniel Craig's yacht. And there's a giant chandelier that very likely could fall on it.
Right. Anybody want to add anything to the scene?
Oh, well, this is a gorgeous room. I wonder who resided in this room. And so decadent. The art is gorgeous. It's a little bit of disrepair, but you would think that Mr. Craig's relatives would upkeep the place better. But let's see if we can snoop around and find out who resided here, so that we might call out to them more personally to get them to join us here in on this dark and mysterious night.
Right.
And
Bunny.
as I walk in, getting the scope of the master bedroom and the four-post bed, I kick my foot, like kicks over and pushes forward a very dusty teddy bear that's missing an eye.
right.
And
Everybody.
I want to cut to a confessional.
All right, go ahead.
So she's sitting in the chair. Oh, am I in frame? Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So this bedroom was bigger than my whole apartment. I don't understand what people do with this many rooms in a building. LA living isn't cheap. Um, Yeah, I'm just really happy to be here, Victor, and Dr. Stitch are so nice for bringing me on. It's my first job. I'm still in school, and you know what? We make a really great team. Cuts out.
All right. Everybody, give me a provoke roll.
It's so weird that it's backwards. It's like,
All right. That teddy bear that you kicked over me really makes a little squeaky sound when he got knocked over. And then suddenly,
Was that a ghost? And Dr. Stitch is over there with the parabolic mic again.
nothing goes off. Suddenly though, the window, see blinking light. And Victor,
Mhm.
no, that's the blinking light that you usually use. One of the gags that you use on the show.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna uh walk walk around the room and look around for whatever trigger Mr. Sue has set for this and see how I can might be able to use it to to prank Dr. Stitch in some way.
You see on the desk, you see a book. Book kind of looks kind of a little bit different from the books that's actually in the room or the books that you saw in the library because it looks kind of newer. And suddenly you recognize it as if you open it, there's a button in there that will activate the fog machine that's hidden somewhere in this room.
Oh, I'm gonna stand and make sure that Bunny look across the room, so framed through the four posters all the way through the room, so she's like has a good framing for me, and I'll stand there and say, "Oh, spirits of this house, come to us here in this room, in the master bedroom. Give us a sign that we are on the right track, that we can find out what happened to you and made you disappear." And as I speak, I'll just kind of like lean back on the desk and like try to like press the like open the book behind my back, so that it triggers the fog without the others seeing me set it off.
All right. You're able to press the button, and then suddenly, behind Dr. Stitch, vent behind Dr. Stitch, slowly, fog, smoke starts rolling out in more
There's
than
fog! It's gonna get me! But he still stands there.
The spirits have heard us. We are not here alone tonight. We should see where this fog is coming from. See where they are trying to lead us. Perhaps back down to the basement.
Do you think we'll find the missing people?
We can only hold our breath and hope we should get to the bottom of this mystery.
all right. Bunny.
Somewhere, and you just see Dr. Stitch underneath the desk trying to figure out where the fog's coming from.
All right, Bunny.
Mhm.
Your turn to lead our group of investigators into the next room.
What are my options?
Options are there is a door leading next somewhere, master bedroom, or you could go back into the creaky hallway. And this is the right is your only area that you haven't gone upstairs yet. Check out. You go back downstairs or into the basement. You know, if you go downstairs or to the basement.
I want to go to the room that's attached to the room we're currently in that we haven't.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Let's see.
Gotta love these room building games where the master bedroom is just connected to a creepy hallway to the basement.
Right. Our next room is the junk room.
So fitting. It's like
You
Zillow gone wild.
enter a room. It's cluttered. It's filled with pieces of paper, stacks of newspaper, the broken lamp to your left. There's odds and ends. It's the hoarder's paradise. But wait, you're not on that hoarder show. That's another network. Bunny, tell us a little bit about this room.
So, the room is covered. I'm blanking. I'm gonna pass what this person collects to my fellow castmates, but in this hoarder's room, this person is clearly a fan of something really ridiculous to collect, and it's just like hundreds of these items.
Stamps.
But I'm blanking. What is it? Lamps?
Stamps.
Oh,
There's
stamps.
just
Yeah.
like framed stamps everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Like this person really likes stamps.
You know what? I'm gonna add something to that.
Mhm.
All stamps, yes. All stamps. Freddie Mercury.
What was that?
Stamps of Freddie Mercury.
Oh, love it.
On the walls. All the stamps are Freddie Mercury.
Wow. Well, this is quite a collection here. This is a queen's hoard. One
Who
might
is this
say.
person?
Just a poor boy. Nobody loves him.
Aw. But he's on a stamp.
Oh well, he was once a poor boy, but now he is the champion of the world.
Alright.
But whoever collected this hoard, they went a little off the rocker. They went a little postal. But now we know a little bit more about our missing person, or one of our missing persons, and their disappearance. So let's gather here and see if we can't call them to us with a Victor will just kind of stamp his foot, do.
Suddenly, Victor, in your earpiece, you hear your director where it goes, Victor, I'm not sure we get the licensing for Freddie Mercury stuff, so just try to go generic with it, maybe something we get from Xpay or something,
Okay.
royalty free.
Bunny peels one of the stamps off. I was like, oh, look, it's still sticky.
You see off in the corner, Dr. Stitch is finding any stamps not in frames and pocketing them because they could be worth a lot of money.
All right, everybody, roll me a provoke.
I keep wanting to put thumbs up if I get higher.
All right, 2 successes and 1 fail. All right, I've been waiting for this because I'm gonna reveal something right now. Um,
Uh, I think
the
Victor, while he's singing as Sue is in his ears, like, I want to ride my motorcycle. Uh, I want to ride my trike. Just trying to change lyrics enough that we don't get demonetized.
Confessional
all
for
right,
Dr. Stitch, and he's
okay.
holding up some of the stamps. Is like, did you know? Partied with Freddie Mercury. He had such wild parties, and there was so many cats for some reason, like so many, and but it turns out I'm allergic to them, so then the parties kind of sucked. But I got really good booze out of it, and Victor can't claim that, and then cuts out.
All right. Well, what I wanted to reveal was earlier when I was drawing from the event deck, I made a special little event deck for the first act. Now we are in our second act, so things are going to get a little bit more hairy. I have a special to draw from now on.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh. Suddenly, you hear babies cry, lost and abandoned, and suddenly, a scream! And the crack of breaking glass. And absolute.
Some of the picture frames
Right.
fell, and Freddie Mercury is screaming at us.
Someone's here. They're here with
Yeah.
us. We're on the right track. We will wrangle these fiends.
Do people squat here?
I mean, probably not, or else I imagine all these stamps would already be gone.
That's a
All
good
right.
point.
All right, Victor. Lead us. And are you going to? You go either up, right, down, or back downstairs. Maybe the basement. Let me know if you do.
I think we have found maybe all we can up here around the bedrooms, but we must go where the secrets truly lie. And we are going to go back down into the basement, go try to find what secrets might be buried there.
All right.
Pulls a
Well,
foldable shovel out of his bag.
your choices are right now. Right here in
Let's
center.
go directly across from the stairs.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right. I will shuffle until I pull out a basement tile. All right, let's see what we got here.
That's not a
Got the
basement tile.
kitchen. The kitchen.
Well, that was in a basement tile.
This basement tile.
Oh, it is a basement tile. It was upside down for me. The kitchen. Well, I mean, I guess it could be that old that keep your kitchen and your wait staff down in the basement.
That's probably why there's weird stairs and hallway up to the master bedroom so they can bring them their breakfast without doing too much of a disturbance.
All right.
Why don't we
Drive a
just
little bit more.
order DoorDash or something?
That hasn't always been a thing, Bunny. That's actually fairly new.
Yeah.
So the kitchen, I think the disturbing thing about this kitchen is very, very clean. Despite the rest of the house being very tore back and abandoned. The kitchen
But it's
it feels
very
like it's
clearly
almost,
from the 70s.
yeah, it's very, very immaculate. It's but like when we enter, there's even a little bit of like light in this kitchen. Why the lights are on in the kitchen, we don't know. But everything's clean and spotless. And maybe there's a pot on the stove, and it's got a lid on it. Like there might be something in it.
Cut to Dr. Stitch sniffing the pot.
Kind of a sour smell is coming out from the pot.
Smells
Pleasant.
sour. I bet this is a witch's brew. It's not just haunted, but there's witches. That's why there was deadly nightshade in the conservatory.
Funny.
Yeah. What do I see?
Do you see? What do you see? Something. So maybe you notice something in this room.
I noticed that there's a clock hanging up on the wall next to the countertop. There's a wall on the side, and there's a clock like above an entranceway. But the clock is like totally upside down, and it looks like
Time is
it's still
clicking
ticking
backwards.
though. Yeah, it looks like it's ticking, but
All right, everybody, give me a provoke roll. All right. Smell of that pot is just, for some reason, it's getting stronger or awful. You either want to get out of this room as soon as possible. Maybe maybe a morbid side of you kind of want to, a curious side of you wants to maybe check out what's in the pot.
Dr. Stitch will not because he's convinced it's a witch's brew and it's gonna kill him.
Victor, are you?
What? It's our season finale. This is a very mysterious spot. Maybe it's a message of some sort. Maybe it's maybe it's how they got rid of the bodies. But if we don't look, we'll never know. So I'll like open a drawer to find like
Victor
a
holds
pair of
up a
tongs
crucifix.
and like lift the lid off with some tongs.
Right. The angle where you're at, you don't really see anything in the pot. Unless you actually kind of, you have to actually physically go over the pot to see what's inside. Do that.
Yeah. I'll kind of lean over.
You see these little broken vials of what you recognize as the stink bombs you guys used in your episode New York, the insane asylum. And suddenly you hear over your earpiece, yeah, we got you. Okay, where are you guys? Where are you guys?
We're in the kitchen.
Wait, isn't that in the? That's in a. You're not supposed to be in the basement.
We got turned around. We're trying to get back on track.
I told you not to go in the basement. Well, what have you found?
I mean, why would you tell me not to go in the basement if you put stink bombs in the basement?
I didn't go into the basement.
Well, wonder why are your stink bombs in the pot in the basement in the kitchen?
I don't know. Back upstairs. Like we're not cleared by legal to go into the basement. It's too much of a hazard.
Legal's not here, and we need to make this show. We need to make it sell. Everybody loves the basement.
Right. Fine. But remember, this is your ass. On you now.
Remember that when we get a daytime television award for this show.
Right, whatever. All right, buddy.
Witch's brew taking you over? You've been over there a long time.
Ah,
There's There's like cracked vials in here. Is that what witch's brew is made of?
That could have hold the eyes of newts and the tails of snakes and who knows what else.
I think what we're actually looking at is that this, like many disturbing Hollywood stories, is a tale with some roots in vice and sin. Somebody is cooking some drugs down here.
No, it's not drugs. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. We gotta get out of here. And Dr. Stitch has just been slowly backing closer and closer to a door, any door.
The smell is getting just worse ever since Victor did the lid.
Open the pot. Yeah.
You want to just GTFO out of this room. Where do you want to go? You can either go back in the basement, main room, either go left or right, or back upstairs, or maybe even back upstairs. Good story.
Mm,
Left.
let's go. Yeah,
A
let's go
left.
left. I have like no mental map. Like Jem doesn't, so it's like, oh.
You are in storeroom. Tell us about the storeroom. What do you see in the storeroom?
Who'd you say your mic cut out?
What do you see in the storeroom?
Me? I see shelves with a bunch of canned foods on them. It seems like overly stocked, like it was stocked for yeah, like a bunker worth of things. Emergency rations. Yeah. There's also rat traps. Some of them have already gone off and some of them are still primed, but yeah, there's just lots and lots of like emergency food supply.
Victor, what do you notice in this room?
Someone in this house did like many people in Hollywood at the back in the 60s and 70s. They prepped in fear of the Red Scare and the worries of the atomic bomb, and maybe they were cooking drugs down here and they were scared. It was height of the 60s and 70s, and maybe they thought something bad happened. They locked themselves down. Who knows? But let's look at their groceries. Let's see what stories it tells about the people that have disappeared in this house.
Right.
Just found a bottle of really good wine and has opened a bottle and is drinking it.
It's honestly, it's the most delicious wine you have ever tasted. It's a 1987 Chateau LeBlanc Marlot.
A couple of the bottles find their way into his bag as he
His bag
swings
gets
it back
heavier.
around. But a very on camera drinking some of this wine.
Right. Everybody, give me a provoke roll now.
That's definitely provoking. Oh no.
Oh.
2 fails and a success. Ooh. All right. Dr.
Actually rolling
Stitch.
really high.
Dr. Stitch. You've pretty much lifted all those bottles of wine into your bag. Suddenly you notice movement behind you back into the main basement room.
Boss,
Lead
there's something
our
moving
group.
in there. There was rats out there, remember? Rats, but it might not be the rats. It might be the ghosts.
Stitch, that's probably I didn't see nothing. That's probably that witch's brew that you're over there drinking
That is
yourself.
really good wine. Probably drink half the bottle by now.
Bunny wants some.
He hands the other half of the bottle to Bunny.
Bunny's gonna try some. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, Bunny! Don't do that on TV. You're only 20.
All right, Dr. Stitch, do you want to go upstairs or do you want to maybe check across from you? That's the only room that you haven't checked out in the basement yet.
I think we should
You
check
wanna
the
do-
whole basement. The basement seems like a good place to check out.
Right.
See, I knew I'd get him on board.
Next up, we have the abandoned room tile. And that actually leads left, right, or down.
I don't
Mr.
think there's
Stitch,
anything
tell us
in
about
here,
this room.
boss. It's just empty. Like it's not even like scraps or anything. It's just empty. There is nothing in here. I don't like it, boss. Why do you need an empty room? They're hoarders. Why is it empty?
I want to add something to the room.
Hmm?
As we're exploring the room, I noticed that close to the ground in the corner, there's like a crayon drawing, like a child's drawing on the wall.
Creepy.
I love it.
All right, Victor, do you notice anything about this room?
Just that it's empty and there's nothing interesting in here to talk about. So we should just move on through until we find something that gives us. We gotta really build up the suspense, and I'm just not feeling it in here.
All right, well, before you do that, everybody give me a provoke roll.
There we go.
Two successes and a fail. Ooh. Time to see what kind of event is happening. Oh. I like this card. I like this card. Victor. No, Dr. Stitch. As you move closer to one of the walls, feel kind of a warmth emanating from it. You put your hand on it. Wall. Does not feel like a wall. It feels like flesh that pulses with a steady heartbeat. Your own heartbeat. It's with the rhythm of the house.
It's the child's drawing is that Bunny pointed out to me, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, but it's fishy. It's got a beat. I think the drawing is alive.
And whenever you take your hand off of the wall, if anybody else puts their hand on the wall, they don't feel anything. It's a wall, plain wall, kind of feels room temp,
Maybe-
hard wall.
Maybe I drank too much wine. I believe in ghosts. I don't believe in flesh houses. Nope. No flesh houses for Dr. Stitch.
Hey, Stitch. Maybe you want to slow down on the drink a little.
Probably. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I don't feel
he
anything.
reaches out and touches the wall again. Does it still feel like flesh to him?
No, it's like a wall.
Okay, it's just a wall. It's just a child's drawing. They weren't coming to life. I swear I didn't hear him giggle. Ugh.
All right, Victor.
Yes.
You can either go back upstairs or keep exploring this.
Let's
Smart.
go. Continue across the room. So
Alright.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, more basement now.
Oh, this is interesting. You have entered the game room. Victor, tell us a
Our
little bit
animal.
about this game room.
Feel like this game room is full of old children's games. Uh, shoots and ladders, building blocks, there's little child size like mini house in the corner, like a playhouse, uh, complete with creepy dolls and there's a rocking horse uh, and bunch of uh, old like puzzles and board games, all left kind of in a like everything got stopped in the middle of being used. Everything's kind of all over the place, but like just a moment in time that everything could have been being played with at one moment.
All right. Mr. Stitch, what do you notice about this room?
Has gone to one of the little tables that were set up like it was little girls playing with tea, and there's one doll in particular that is a doll that his daughter who passed used to have, and he picks it up and you just see one tear fall from his eye.
Oh man.
Mandy,
The
I
feels.
missed you, Mandy.
All right, Bunny. How about you? What do you notice about this room?
Before I notice it, I turn to the other two and I ask, do rich people normally keep their kids in the basement?
I mean, back in the day, that was seemly to have the children not seen or heard when you were having parties. And so
Mm.
the playrooms were in the basement, keeps the sound down.
I mean,
Uh,
not in any house that I've ever been in. Usually it's the adult playrooms that are in the basement.
Oh, oh my.
A chicken brown cow.
uh, Bunny's gonna go over to there's a shelf of more games on the wall, and she's just like taking a look at what's there, and she sees a box, and on the front of the box it's like this satanic looking face, with horns, and she takes out the box and she opens it, and inside there's some papers, and then there's some dice. Uh, one of them happens to have 20 sides.
Speaking of which, everybody give me a provoke roll.
I've been rolling like straight sixes. Like, why can't I get this
Oh.
normally?
All right, you got 2 successes and 1 fail, which is good for me because I get a draw from my event deck. Yeah.
There's a lot to work
Ooh.
with in this room.
Bunny,
Mhm.
only you hear this. Voice. Child's voice. As whispers in your ear. I'm under the floor. Buried under the floor. The voice whispers once, and then it's gone.
Did you all hear that?
Stitch is still holding the doll.
No, I didn't hear anything, but I feel like this is the place where I can feel the disappearances. I can feel that we are very close to the heart of this mystery.
I heard a kid say they were under the floor, buried under the floor. Is that part of the show? And like you
Dr.
sense
Stitch fully
fear in her voice.
freaks and like lifts up the rug that's on the floor and pulls out that foldable shovel and starts trying to like break up the floorboards.
All right. Takes some time doing. You're finally able to at least pry one of the floorboards up. Just see like, I see it's the foundation of the building? Dirt underneath.
Dirt. No kids.
Hey, we should probably cut that out when we edit. We don't want we don't want to get in trouble with legal. We weren't supposed to alter anything in the house.
Oh
Here,
shit. Sorry. And like he pulls out a hammer and nails and hammers it back into place and then just covers it up with the rug.
Victor, you suddenly hear over your earpiece. What's that sound?
Oh,
What are you guys doing in the basement?
Nothing. There's just um Dr. Stitch is drunk.
Lush. Right. All right. Whatever. All right. Remember what I said? You're liable for anything that happens in the basement. So it's your ass. Okay? Both financially and I guess morally.
And I want to have a
Wait,
confessional.
wait. Go back. I'm not. The financial liability should go to the by order of seniority. That should go to Dr. Stitch, obviously.
No. I told you all do not go in the basement. And I said you're responsible for that, Victor.
Sorry, you're cutting up. You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
All right. The camera now switches into a confessional with Bunny.
Bunny goes. So I consider myself an IPA girl, but I don't really drink wine that much, and that wine really tasted like. That's why I don't drink wine because it was pretty gross. But maybe it was the wine, but I definitely heard a kid's voice, and it was very spooky. And normally I'm like fine, but that just the fact that nobody else heard it, I don't know if they're playing a prank on me or if they really didn't hear it, and maybe it was just the wine. But um, yeah, I don't like that. It's gonna cut out.
All right. All right. So Victor, we just Poisal, it was just your turn with room discovery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this room is a good spot to try to break and do our final big provocation to 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 draw out the spirits of this place, because I think we're getting
Oh,
to
you
the
want me to
bottom
do
of
the
this.
thing, boss? And starts pulling out like incense and like
We got to set
what
the
looks
scene.
like an
Maybe we
Ouija
use this little
board.
kids table with the Ouija board. We'll try to summon the spirits of these missing children.
Right. What? Suddenly, the walls of this room become damp with blood. Blood drips
Uh-oh.
from the ceiling and down the walls, over the furnitures, onto your shoes. And with
Fuck.
that, don't touch that tile because we'll be back with celebrity Teen Wranglers.
Forgot her name.
Yeah. I write things down. But anyway, we're going into our second commercial break now.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely going places. Dr. Stitch
think-
fully thinks that he conjured the blood by lighting incense.
I think the disappearances that have been happening over the last decade are tied into these children that were kept in this basement, and they're just trying to get people to stay and play with them. That's how I feel. That's how I feel with this haunt act, like the truth, the core of this haunt, on an out of character level, thematically.
Well, that actually sounds really great because with our second commercial break, we are supposed to be piecing together the narrative of the ghosts and the haunt. And
And
also, we're
buckle
trying to
down
determine.
and go big.
Yeah. From that, we determine the final room and what happens, which is probably this room. And then we're going to, yeah, buckle down and go big. So We're going with ghost children, right? Ghost
Yes,
children?
we are.
Ghost
Mhm.
children. And
Yeah.
we're gonna do a seance to try to conjure and speak with these ghost children.
And hopefully not just summon blood.
All
Oh no,
right.
Victor, your shoes are covered in blood.
I was gonna say that as we before we went to commercial break and be like, these are Armani.
I want everybody right now to do their last and final confessional before we go into Act 3.
As we're prepping
Yeah.
the scene, our seance.
I think it should be in the actual kids' room for this last
Yeah.
confessional, though.
Yes, we'll do that there. Let's start first with Victor, our host.
Man, I don't know where Mr. Sue got the budget for that blood wall effect. He certainly didn't use it. I guess he was saving it for the finale. But he's been going over the top tonight, and I smell a renewal in our future. If this looks as good as I'm seeing, well, hopefully Bunny can keep at least me in focus. The not Dr. Stitch. Hopefully we can replace Dr. Stitch for season 2 as well. I think he's going a little daft, losing some too many explosions. He's getting up there in age. But anyways, I gotta focus. I gotta prep. I'm gonna really sell this. I see good things in the future, and maybe I can drop this whole fake Southern accent thing and get a real job. You know, it hurts my voice talking like that all the time. Jeez, how do these people do it? God. All right, Victor. You're Victor Verde, and we're gonna summon some children.
All right. Dr. Stitch, what you got for us?
Mandy! My poor sweet Mandy! She was only 10 when the typhus took her. So sad. And the doll. Still holding the doll. Doll. She had this doll. It brought back so many memories. And just breaks down.
All right. And Bunny, our camera person, your turn in the confessional.
Um, so it seems like we might be wrapping up our final episode of this show that I have been so privileged to get on and work for. Um, but just before we go, just in case I don't get another chance to say anything because Victor's always taking up all of the airtime, my name's Bunny, and I'm an aspiring filmmaker, and I really want to make a documentary on all of the mythical creatures of the world, like unicorns and dragons and narwhals and platypuses. And I just wanna, yeah, I wanna make the best documentary ever. So in case you see this, people who want to fund me could find me on my socials.
Suddenly, your socials are gonna like flash across the screen. All right. Well, one quick question for our cast. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to take a 5-minute break?
Good to keep going.
I'm good. Keep going.
All right. All right. Well, we are now in Act 3. We're all in the game room right now, setting up for a séance.
Set up the 7 dice in a circle.
Everybody, let's see. Give me a
Hmm?
Give me a little history on why do these ghost children, why are they kidnapping people or making them disappear?
Oh,
Children had been poorly treated by their parents, and they were not to be seen or heard, and so they got real lonely down here. And it started with their nanny. The nanny disappeared, and then the new nanny disappeared. And then I'll let somebody else continue.
Sure.
yeah. I think this haunt has been going on for decades now. And it's only really peaked up over the last 10 years or so, when all of these disappearances have been happening more regularly because of the attention that's been brought to this house by reality TV shows, as they keep coming in to try to film here, and then people go missing, and then it's become a self-fulfilling cycle of reality TV shows coming in, and then bring the children making people disappear, which makes the story bigger, which draws in more reality TV shows.
All right.
So
And
maybe
Bunny,
we can maybe we can break that cycle tonight and get to the heart and find out about what really happened here.
all right. And Bunny, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. So it seems like when the nannies kept disappearing, the parents kept getting mad because then the kids would run upstairs and interrupt their parties. And how dare kids interrupt parties? They're such a hassle. Yeah. So then the parents got mad. And one day they went downstairs and they got too mad. And then their kids were no more and they couldn't interrupt the parties anymore. And so now the kids are just stuck here and they just want to play. They never really got to play.
And that
Right.
the parties that they interrupted were parties that they were having with Freddie Mercury.
Legally distinct Freddie Mercury.
It was actually Freddie Mercury's second cousin's wife's sister.
Frederick Cobalt.
Mhm.
All right. You all set up everything you need for a seance. Bunny has a camera set on a tripod. Everybody goes. They're sitting cross-legged around the circle.
Sitting on the
Give me.
table so we don't get more blood on our shoes.
Oh, the blood disappeared. The blood disappeared.
Oh.
Everybody, give me a provoke roll. All right. Wait, I already drew this card. Wait, blood can't happen twice. Oh. Suddenly, 1,000 bugs start spilling out of your mouths, coming from under
Ah.
your clothes and from your hair.
Mine must have been laced with something. What the fuck?
This doesn't feel
Dr.
that
Stitch is like trying to take off clothes because he's got like 10 layers on.
Oh, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Mr. Sue, Mr. Sue, bugs are not in my contract. Bugs were not in my contract.
All you hear is a static on the other end.
That's why fear isn't a factor to you.
But you, how are you reacting to the bugs?
Oh, she's freaking out. She like probably knocks over one of the candles. That if we light a candle, she's just probably bumps the camera over.
Suddenly, you see guess you could call them ghosts, manifestations. They look like children from 1940s. Twins, a boy and a girl. They have that weird Children of the Corn hairdo. Appear in the center of that circle, standing back to back, looking at you. You
Holding up the crucifix. Please, children, I didn't mean it. I believe in you. And if you want to play, I got this ball. I can throw it for you. Do you play fetch?
both the children speaking in unison. Oh, will play with us forever and ever
Nope.
and
Nope.
ever
Nope. Nope. Nope.
day.
Victor just here's that. It's just nope. This is too real. Not here for it. I'm gonna start trying to get out of the room.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So, actually, I wish we did take that break. I just realized I should have just taken a picture of how we have the room set up now to give you all a map. Unless somebody was taking
I have
you know,
notes as well.
notes. All right. Well,
Good
you guys have to now exit. Make the exit, but cannot enter any new rooms. They're all locked. All the doors are all locked, other than the doors that you've already gone through. I'm not making any more rooms.
Yeah.
All right. Well, each tile, each room you enter, I want everybody to make a provoke roll, and that includes this room. Everybody, make a provoke roll.
And are we following the rules in the finale thing here?
Yeah.
So we roll a d6 and add our provoke to it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So altogether, that is a 4 for me.
I just need a thumbs up or thumbs down.
No.
Just to see if I'm.
Oh, no, it's the
No,
highest
for the
roll
finale.
gets
Yeah.
attacked.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Sorry. So good attack. So
I got 7.
everybody 7. Right. The children hold hands. The third child. Child. That you recognize as dear departed daughter.
Whoa.
She says, "Daddy, let's play." And
Stitch
you
absolutely stops.
could either take a hit, which is -1 to your survive, or you could divert a ghost attack, which is -1 to your provoke, or negate the attack, which is one. Everybody could do this one time only.
Feel like thematically, this would hit the one survival that Dr. Stitch has because it's his daughter. He's not gonna fight back. He's gonna take the hit.
All right. Daughter walks up to you, holds her hand up. She bent over, cups your face, gives a gentle kiss on your forehead. Goes, "Daddy, I love you
Oh, jeez.
forever and a day." Breaks your neck.
What? Oh no! Dr. Stitch,
Our-
gone so soon.
All right, Dr. Stitch, you are now dead. But
Jeez.
you're not staying dead because you're coming back as Ghost, and you're gonna help me, friends. Oh, Either Victor or Bunny. Where are you going to go? You either go back, which is one room.
There's only one room we can go into from here, and that's the abandoned room.
Mm-hmm.
Outdoor we
Alright.
came in.
Give me a provoke.
Ooh, nice. Rolling low here, which is very nice. That's a 4
Yeah.
again for me total. 1 plus my 3 provoke.
Evan. All right, Bunny. You can either take the hit, -1 to survive, avert the ghost attack, -1 to provoke. You can negate the attack one time only. What do you do?
So I can either lose a survive or
Mhm.
do what?
Lose a provoke. You can lose a provoke, or you can
Which would-
negate the attack. One
You can
time
use
only.
you reduce your provoke by 1, and it makes the ghost target somebody else this turn,
Mm.
which would be targeting me. Or you can just your one time only be like,
No, I'll take the hit if my survive.
All right. Let me know when anybody reaches their last to 0 survive. Okay.
It also,
Alright.
if you hit 0 provoke, you also die.
Yep.
All right. I'll have only one way to go. Guessing you're going to the center of that basement. Am I right?
Yep.
Mr. Stitch
Right.
had the ladder to get up out of the basement.
You enter that basement landing. If you actually look up, you see ghostly outline of your friend, Dr. Stitch, pulling up the rope ladder.
Damn you, Stitch!
Give me a
Come
provoke.
and play with us. Dr. Stitch wants friends too.
And
3
also,
ones in a row.
Dr. Stitch, let you know, the dead crew, you can negate a provoke redirect one time only.
So that
Also,
would be
since we
the
tied, Gem, this negates the attack as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna
Because they get confused trying to go after both of us.
yeah.
See from across the room, you still see the ghost children holding hands now, slowly walking towards you. You feel like you have a little time. You could go back upstairs, or I don't know, go back into the kitchen or to that storeroom. What do you want to do?
Try to get upstairs out of this basement.
Yeah.
Right.
Then go stairs.
there was stairs, but you never
Mhm.
went through enough doors to get back out to the entry hall.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. You are on. Our survivors are now on stairs from the basement. Give me a provoke roll.
6.
All right. So, me, you want to take the hit, avert the attack to Victor, negate the attack.
I'm gonna divert the attack.
Oh. That's rude.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
I will. I feel like Bunny pushes shoves me against the wall as she runs by me on the stairs, and the children start to reach at my heels as I'm trying to follow her up, and I will take this hit. So your provoke goes down by 1, and my survive goes
Mhm.
down by 1.
For the negate, provoke, redirect is
So you can you can negate someone else redirecting their provoke.
so the divert.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diversion. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you could negate Bunny redirecting the provoke
Yeah.
at me.
Okay. Makes sense. That's what I kind of thought, but I wanted to be sure.
All right.
Now
Well,
we're in the hallway upstairs.
So you are in the collapse room.
How did they make it to the collapsed room?
I thought we were on the stairs going upstairs.
The
we
No,
stairs-
no, the stairs
Lead
doesn't that
hall.
lead to the hallway?
leads to. Oh, wait. Oh, you're right. Actually, from the foyer.
Yeah, the collapsed room they got to the basement by the rope ladder.
Yeah.
Mwah.
You are now at. Where is it? Sorry, give me a second. Give me a moment. Double check something. Because the foyer actually is already connected to another room. I'm just gonna connect it to choose either the collapse room or library, which has an entrance to it. How do you want to connect that?
To the library.
Library. All right. Now give me a provoke. Check.
4.
Wait, 7.
6. 7. All
7.
right.
I rolled 1, 1, 1, 2, 1.
All right. Well, Bunny, you gonna
Mhm.
take the hit?
Yeah, I'll
Vert,
take the hit.
Or the hit. All right.
Okay.
Victor kind of shoves you back as you both exit out the basement. And from your behind you, you feel like kind of clammy hands kind of grip you from your neck, started squeezing. As soon as that, you kind of feel the energy kind of just drain out of you for a moment. You tired, exhausted. Okay. I'm guessing you are going into now the hallway.
Yep.
Foyer. All right, both of you exit the library into foyer. See exit the main door, but in front of you. So close, but it also feels so far away. Turning back, see the children walking up from the library. Give me another provoke check.
Ooh.
6 and a 2. All right, Victor. Are you going to take the hit? Divert
I
the
am
big
going
attack?
to divert the attack.
Negate that.
Oh,
Dr. Stitch still has the hots for Bunny.
Then I'm gonna use my one time only negate the attack against me.
all right. Dr. Stitch, tell me how you were going to do to our dear friend Victor.
So, as I see one of the kids reaching for Bunny, it just clicks that still gotta save Bunny. And so like, I'm like kind of crab crawling along the floor all creepily and grab Victor's leg to try and knock him into the spot that Bunny was in so that the kids grab for him instead of her.
And Victor, tell me
I
side of things.
I see the ghost of Dr. Stitch trying to grab my leg, and I reach into my pocket and I pull out one of them vials of stink powder from the pot that I opened up, and I just like throw it down at him and be like, "Don't touch me, you dirty old man."
All right. Um, race towards the exit. Hand inches away from the doorknob. salvation is just 2 steps away. But before you do, you exit. You one last and final provoke check.
Ah,
All right. So, Victor, the
I'm
hit,
gonna
divert.
burn my provoke to put it on Bunny. Bunny is running, carrying the camera that she is liable for, and I am just going to reach over and have the line of the camera get caught on a door, so that she has to either leave the camera or get caught by the children.
All right, Bunny, do you take the hit?
I used
I
my
think you can
one.
you can negate the attack. I still think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used my one escape to negate the attack.
Describe to me how you negate the children as they reach towards you.
I got caught, and I realize I'm not gonna pay rent this month, and I drop the camera and keep running.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say
In my head,
Victor.
Bunny's like, maybe I don't want to direct.
She's questioning everything.
Victor, I'm gonna say that your hand grabs the doorknob, quickly twisting it. Stuck.
No.
You shoulder check the door once, twice. The third one, boom, the door opens. As you both spill out of the mansion.
Are you okay?
No. I'm so sorry. I dropped the camera. We don't even have any of it on tape. This is gonna be the end of my career and your career.
Then the door slams shut.
See Dr. Stitch's face in the window.
Oh.
All right. Suddenly,
This reminds me, I'm never gonna have children. I don't care what he says. We're not adopting.
suddenly you just hear Victor. Actually, both Victor and Bunny. You hear from your earpieces. Hey, where? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? What's going on through the static?
We barely got out. Come on up and pick us up.
All right. Well, I hope you got some good footage, and I can't seem to get Dr. Stitch on the line.
He's gone.
But did he just leave? Like, he knows he's not going to get paid if he just leaves, right?
Stitch got canceled.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there in 5 to pick you up.
Hi.
And as you both look up at the house, window in the second story of the room, see your friend Dr. Stitch there, holding the hand of a little girl that you don't recognize. And as soon as you look away, back, gone.
Oh.
So we are now going to utilize the dead and tell us what we've learned today and give one final sign off. I want to start this with our host, Victor.
All right.
Give us a eulogy of our friend Dr. Stitch.
I think this is filmed standing in front of the celebrity fiend wranglers bus slash tour van. Uh, uh, Victor's kind of standing there smoking a cigarette. As we are on our backup camera, which is just like an iPhone. Uh, uh, how did I know? Stitch never told me that he had a he had a daughter that he lost. He said he really wanted to come to this place. I should have questioned it. I should have wondered why this house is so important to him. But that's a mystery I'm never gonna get to the bottom of. But hopefully we get renewed and we can just he deserves in the beginning of the credits to say in memory of our friend Dr. Stitch. That's the least we can do for him.
Maybe a pizza party.
Maybe a pizza party.
All right. Bunny, your turn.
Mhm. Dr. Stitch was the nicest doctor I ever met. He was always looking out for me and always willing to help me. Um, Normal doctors aren't that nice. So he was a very smart man, and I hope he's having fun playing in the afterlife. I believe in ghosts now. I'd be happy to talk on your talk show about my experiences because I gotta pay back this camera fee. Um, and I'm not gonna be recording, directing anything anytime soon unless till that's over. So you can reach me here at Bunny the Ghost Survivor on all social media platforms.
All right. And Dr. Stitch, I'll give you a moment here. This is actually, we'll put a video that Dr. Stitch recorded for
Just in case he
the day
died.
before, the day before he
Ah,
entered this mansion.
yeah, so about this mansion and think children died there and that could be real tough because Mama Andy, the typhus took her. I don't really talk about that to many people, but just in case, I think the world should know that Mandy was my heart. And maybe I didn't really have a crush on Bunny. Maybe she just reminded of me of my Mandy.
All right. And that has been Miller Ratings. So, everybody, I don't know about you, but on my end, I had a lot of fun.
I did too. That was great.
Yeah, that was great. I want the end of the credits to like fade to black and then it says to be continued on Celebrity Ghost Survivors.
Season 2.
Love it. Oh my
All right,
goodness.
I'm gonna give back control to Jem here. So what do we do here now?
Yeah. Well, first off, thank you all. I feel like those are like surprisingly well developed characters for like this watch Like especially like I'm feeling for Stitch right now.
Mhm.
Like it's so hard. Amazing. That was a really fun game. Really like simple mechanics when you get down to it.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
do we have any
Uh,
thoughts on the game before we close out?
Um, I'm kind of just tooting my own horn, but I liked using Betrayal board game to actually map out the house, make
Hmm.
it kind of
I feel like
randomized a little bit.
yeah, I feel like it'd be really this is fun. One that I think is would be really fun to play at like a party in person with folks. I feel like just vibing off of each other. Like even what we're doing here or online, like the being able to play off each other. I feel like it really lends itself to that, and it's really easy to pick up. And having that extra element of the in person, the map and all of that would be really fun to play with.
I
Honestly, it felt
agree.
more like a board game. It felt like a board game more than a TTRPG, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I I also really enjoyed y'all's confessionals.
That was a
That was
fun
the really
add-on.
neat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really fun add-in. It
They
definitely
changed,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun game. Simple mechanics. I loved that it had a reference sheet, so the players at least
Mm,
only had one page that they had to look at throughout the whole thing
Mm.
and
yeah.
still know what was going on. Uh, One thing that I just think would make it more immersive was to have the players roll for whatever room they're walking into. So like you
Mm.
create it as you go. So like they roll like 3d6 and it the combined number tells you what room you're walking into. I
That'd
think
be
that would
fun.
be a
It'd be
fun
like
mechanic.
that'd be a good hack to like add some random tables for different
Yeah,
scenarios.
Yeah.
yeah. If I was running it, I would definitely do that.
Like a table or something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm a big fan of random tables myself. Always love random
Hmm.
tables.
It also takes
Reminds
the
me
load
of
off of the
D and D.
it takes the load off of the game master too.
Yeah, it
Also
does.
that.
It did. It did. I honestly, I think I gave myself more work with the whole
Mhm.
board and tiles and everything, and the drawing the
But it
cards.
also gave you things easier to pull off of than just pulling it out of
Yeah,
the air.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually, I
It's
could see
definitely
this.
an easy game to just add something into to make it
Yeah.
your own thing a little bit.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like if you have a big, group for game night or D and D night or something like that, and like two or three people drop, this would be a perfect like one shot for that for the people who did show up.
Yeah. This felt like a really good uh uh good base mechanic system for figuring out like for that sort of conflict resolution with just the 1d6 kind of thing. It reminds me a bit of like the core mechanics of like lasers and feelings
Yeah.
or like Be Gay Do Crimes, which is a
Mhm.
lasers and feelings hack. But yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I do have a question for you players. I don't want to be too heavy-handed. I want to be more of a light touch with this. That's why I gave you guys more narrative control over how you perceive the room, what's going on in the room. Do you prefer it that way, or would you prefer me give you like solid,
I liked being able to
this
like
happened?
build into it and add like because we each probably saw something different when we walked into a
Yeah.
room, and so then we were able to all be on the same page but still have creative input.
Mm.
Mhm.
I liked the kind of going around the table and each person taking turns describing things because I feel like it gives everybody more narrative like buy-in and like it feels more like we're all playing this together, including you as the director, instead of like the more standard tabletop experience where it's like the DM and the players, and there's a stronger divide there. Whereas you as the director are a little bit more, you cede some of that control, but it involves us, it enmeshes us as a group in a more cohesive way.
Honestly, I enjoyed like being able to play off of y'all's creation, your descriptions, and like Dr. Stitch with the daughter and everything. Like I
Mhm.
was not
good.
expecting that, and I was
And
like,
the
you know,
king of winging it.
yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, that was narratively that was perfect, and also gave a
Especially
reason
since
and
then
everything.
it gave the reason for why one of the characters did die.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like narratively, it just made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
I did kind of wish though the when the a dead cat Cass when
Like there
Cass
was a
died.
little bit more
Yeah,
interactive
yeah.
thing.
I
Like
felt
even
that.
if it wasn't like diverting or,
Yeah.
changing things,
Yeah,
like being able to just have a little bit more fun as a
yeah.
ghost.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I what I wished I would have done is maybe I might introduce this as a hack future game if I do this again, which I probably will because I'm actually loving this game, but it does need some hacks. Is the crew member he could on their turn -1 to anybody person to one of their rolls,
Yeah, change
or
up the rolls a
plus
little
one, or
bit. Like if
plus
they're
one.
real
Yeah,
right, so
Yeah.
they're like closer, so that or like if they're 1 point off, then it can either be a tie or like
yeah,
change it or something.
yeah,
Cool.
Or if it is a tie, make
Uh,
it not a tie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, um, that does bring us to the end of our game tonight.
Mhm.
We played Killer Ratings. I do want to say and give a call out to this game creator because it's really awesome. When you buy this game by Bannerless Games, you actually get two games. You get the game we played, Killer Ratings,
Yeah.
and then there's its own hack and like revamp that they made, which also has killer art, like really cool
Oh yeah.
vintage looking art called Targ Margs. And it's about I'm gonna read the intro because it's so good. Um, it is late, you are tipsy, and you and your friends have had a brilliant idea. Let's go to Target. It's massive, it's full of things you want but don't need, and at this time of night, or is it technically morning, it promises some frankly amazing people watching. But this is no normal night, and this is no normal Target. No, this particular 24-hour super Target is a sprawling consumerist cathedral of colossal proportions. There are no straight lines here, no simple in and out, and you will get lost in this place, and things you never knew you wanted will end up in your cart. When the night takes a turn, and it most certainly will, you will need to make your exit and fast. Just try to escape with as much cool stuff as you can, and remember that the real impulse buy was the friends you made along the way. Um,
Ah,
sounds
yes.
phenomenal. You
I,
get that when you pick up the game. So.
I honestly, I really want to play this game with this cast. The fact that we played Killer Ratings, now we're playing this game that's on the second half of the book. That I think that would be fun. I would love
Yeah,
that.
and it looks like that one doesn't have a director role. It's everyone plays as
Yeah.
well. So that's cool. I just started looking at the rules. I'll have to read
Mhm.
through them. I love it.
Yeah.
So Jem,
Hmm.
if you're gonna do this game, I think it should be with this cast, if possible, if everybody's
I'll
available.
definitely throw it in the mix. I sadly only get 1 day a month for the show,
Mhm.
but um, but yeah, I think this is a good point to close it out. That was an amazing story. I am consistently blown away by all of the guests that I bring on this show and what they are bringing to all of these weird games that we're playing, and that each time there's been like these amazing characters that like I'm feeling for, the chat is feeling for, and it just goes to show how much fun you can have with these games and how much we really like as adults can play into our imaginations, which I don't think we get that much in like our day-to-day lives. So it's really nice. Um, so thank you all for joining me at the cafe. Before we go, I do want to go around, tell us one more time your name, where we can find you. Do you have anything to plug? Where can we see you next? And we'll start with our director of the evening, Mr. Powell.
Well, as always, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is usually at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao. Or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And my current stream schedule right now is every other Tuesdays, I'm back here playing Spell Shots with Jem here at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Toyzilla Network, I co-host a show called Toyzilla Live where we talk about toys and collectibles. And then every other Friday, starting in a couple weeks, I'm going to be in a upcoming Avatar: The Last Airbender game. So
Ooh.
excited about
Yay.
that. When I'm going to take a picture of the finalized map and post this on the New Age Geeks Discord. Jem, tell me where to post this. On
Yeah, you can post it and let's post it in spoiler chat.
spoiler chat.
Yeah. Um,
Nice.
and we just dropped our Streamlabs just dropped our Discord in the chat, so definitely join us there. And next up, Killian.
I'm Ki- You can find me as Darth Cerelish on all of the socials. I am the co-creator and director of community and content for Rainbows and Razorblades Productions, R&R production on Twitch, where on Thursday nights, my friend Chad runs Dragonbane Oops All Ducks, and it's a quacktastic time. On Fridays, I have my cyberpunk game that I run, Somno Mixterai, that is a homebrew city on the ashes of Detroit, and shit gets real weird on there. Coming soon in October, you can find me on Spectrum TTRPG every other Sunday playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where I'm going to be the Purple Ranger with weird past. It also is Greek gods in the mix, so it's going to be a thing.
Yes.
Then you can also catch me hanging out on Queen's Court games with some stuff coming up later this year.
Dang, all over the place. And then Poisal, close us out. Where can we
Hi,
find?
hey everyone. Thank you for having me on here. It's been a while since I played any games live, but I had a blast. I don't have other shows to plug because I'm not on any of these shows, but if you want me on a show, reach out. You can find a link to all of my socials on my link tree, linktree.ee slash Poisal, just Poisal. Whereas link to my my writing Patreon, where I do a bunch of writing for tabletop games and hacks. I have done some writing for Kids on Bikes in the past and official published stuff. You can check out some of my work there. I also am a professional leather worker here in Los Angeles. I make costumes and work on a bunch of post-apocalyptic stuff for Wasteland right now, where I'll be vending out there. And if you're an LA local, I do drag and other performances here in LA. I'll be performing this Sunday at the North End in Hollywood off of Yucca, where I will be eating some fire and lighting myself on fire professionally. So, yeah. And that's, you can find all my links on my link tree. I'll put it in chat. There you go.
Love it. And I am Jem, your host here at Goodberry Cafe. You can find me playing Whisper here on every Monday that isn't my Goodberry show, same time, same place. Or playing Mira on Spell Shots on the Tuesday nights. But to stay up with our schedule, definitely join our Discord. Our schedule is in a little bit of flex right now. You can find me anywhere at Gemboree, except for Instagram, which is at Gemaginative. And my next thing to see me at is I'll be at Wasteland too. So that's going to be wonderful. But I'm going to be in full Wasteland prep mode for the next 2 weeks.
If you're at Wasteland, come check out the X Corps drag show on Friday night at 8 p.m., where I can put some fake blood on you and we'll have fun.
Yeah. But again, thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's in chat. Thank you if there's any raiders still here, for joining us here at Goodberry Cafe. I hope you've enjoyed your stay, and I hope you'll check us out when we return with Forging Fates, which is our actual live play D&D show here on Monday nights. But until then, I hope you also join us again at the cafe next month, second Monday of the month. But I encourage you to follow and subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, all the fun stuff. I love you all, and I hope you have a very good night.